this is Sanjaya Sharma. I love telling stories and friends say they have enjoyed listening to them. In Qisse, I share these anecdotes with the wise young Aryan. No wisdom and no advice, but I do look for a smile from you.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll be able to make it. Okay. Okay, sir, bye. Sorry. Yeah, bye.
Who are you saying sorry to?
That was my professor. He wanted me to lead the student expedition, but I was busy, so I had to say no. But it's so hard to say no sometimes.
Saying no can be important, and if done politely, the other person might understand.
Very true.
I once had to say no to a very powerful person. When I joined the Tata Administrative Service in 1980, CEOs were autocrats with absolute power and forbidding personalities. Mr. J.R.D. Tata was exceptional at choosing talented CEOs and giving them full freedom, which made great leaders, but it also meant that they had many quirks and could sometimes behave very aggressively. Now, in our first year in the TAS, we went to 4 or 5 companies for 2 months each, which gave us a wide exposure, but also enabled us to choose which companies we wanted to join, and in turn for the companies to decide who amongst us they wanted to recruit. My final assignment was with Tata Motors in Jamshedpur. And while there, I also requested for an induction in Tata Steel's factory, and also a meeting with Mr. Rusi Modi, the managing director of Tata Steel, which was granted for 6 p.m. on my last day of the induction. One privilege of being a TAS officer was that I was assigned a car with a driver and an executive to guide me through the Tata Steel mills. And it was an incredible, amazing, eye-opening experience. After that, I went to meet Mr. Rusi Modi in his enormous office. And as I stepped in, he asked me to sit down and immediately shot, "So, where will you join?" And I truthfully said that I was considering Tata Motors, but in all probability would end up joining the Taj group of hotels. And later I learned that he didn't like the Taj too much.
Wow.
And now he snapped at me, "Okay, go and join the Taj." And the meeting ended. I had been dismissed. It was like being felled first ball by a vicious bouncer. Now, I felt like a prey in a lion's paw and started thinking desperately about how to rescue this situation. And in that moment, I remembered that when I was in St. Stephen's College, my father had asked me to search for a book called Things Wise and Otherwise, which was a collection of the radio talks and essays of Sir Rusi Modi, who was Rusi Modi's father. And I had found the book, loved it. In particular, I had loved a 1934 radio talk called The New Woman. The New Woman in 1934. And now, I said to Mr. Rusi Modi, "Sir, we all do things wise and otherwise." That did the trick. He never acknowledged the reference to his father's book, but he now began talking. And now he talked for a full hour. And when powerful people talk, they assume that you are interested and that you are getting convinced. So at the end of the hour, he now confidently asked me again, "So will you join Tata Steel?" And I said no. And then naively I added, "Sir, what will I do here?" And this really enraged him. He bellowed at the top of his voice, "What a question! For the first 12 years, I played lawn tennis. A 22-year-old like me doesn't get much wiser in just 1 hour. Otherwise, I should have taken up that offer. Anyway, I left, thinking that he'd be very upset. But a few years later, when I was in Jamshedpur and met him again, he was warm. And in fact, he invited me over to his home on his birthday, where I watched him talk to hundreds of workers and their families. He really was a colourful and great leader.
It's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important. Steve Jobs.
That's so insightful. We'll be back next week with the next episode. Please like and comment below. And if you like a lot, do share.
Also, subscribe to our channel Qisse so that you don't miss out on any Qissa by the OG.
YOE.
What's YOE?
Years of experience.